But when was actually your last event though that you sang at? Because obviously with COVID and everything, when was your last event that you sang at? It must have been a year ago plus now.
Yeah, that was what was it?
It was
mid-November.
Yeah, November.
Mid-November 2020.
No, 2019.
19. Been a year and a half. Obviously, a year and a half.
The year before, dude.
Oh,
yeah, it's 2019.
I've never put a year on it like that before, but yeah.
That's just blown my mind.
I know.
Yeah,
it's mad, isn't it? Because the last time we performed with the orchestra was December 2019 in France. That was the last time we performed. And literally, we had things that planned, obviously, like you lot have, but then everything got cancelled straight away. It was mental. I mean, how have you two been coping like since then? Have you been both keeping okay the whole year and a bit since?
I mean, just being busy in it is literally it. Like finding some purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We're both idiots. And all we laugh. Yeah, we take the piss out of each other 24/7. One of us is just having a bad day. Love to make it worse for each other. Like taking the absolute piss.
Yeah.
We've been okay. I mean, I think I've had 2 points during the year where I really had to sit there and think, oh my God, I feel awful. Like I feel awful. And I didn't know how to snap myself out of it. I really didn't. I just had to sort of sit through it. You know, when you just sit there and you think, there's nothing I can do. There's no amount of ice cream. There's no amount of horror movies or whatever it is that's my way. They pick me up for some reason.
Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe that was a mistake. Like, no rom-coms over here. Like,
no, I'm like, oh, this person's got it worse. That's great. But yeah, I think I learned a lot about myself in those times, though. I was just like, oh, okay, look. When this happens, you don't have to fall into such a massive hole like I used to. I used to drink way too much whenever I was feeling like that, and then it would just make it worse, and I'd dwindle down into this hole of just depression. And then now I'm just like, oh, okay, I've learned from those mistakes. I know what to do. I know what not to do. So I can get myself out of them way quicker.
And you've painted.
And I've been painting, yeah.
Painting, I think, like what I've noticed has been like the biggest way to snap you out of
if
any
I didn't
mood.
have painting, I don't know what I would do.
I'm like, hobbycraft? Yeah, in a bad mood. I'm like, I'm doing a hobbycraft today. Should we just hop down, see what happens?
I could be having like an actual mental breakdown. She's like, did you do a bit of painting?
But then I say like, do a little bit of painting, and the next thing you know, we've got like a meter by like a meter and a half canvas. Well, you can see it behind us with these like extravagant.
They're so sick.
And I'm like, you know, when people just do like therapy painting and it's like a wavy page of like dark scribbles, but like that's the thing about Nahli. It's like it's never going to be that. If you just give her anything creative, she'll just goes bananas with it.
I get really addicted to everything.
No,
I know. And then like for me as well, like having like Clef has just been my purpose. Honestly, like being able to just like wake up and be like, oh, this is actually important. This can be something that's really going to help like the people around me, especially. So yeah, I think purpose and having a laugh.
What about you? How have you been? How's your life in lockdown?
You know what? Luckily, I've been fine, like for the most part. Yeah, I've been really good. I'm a teacher by day as well, so I've been teaching the whole time. Yeah, so but it's been absolutely mental being a teacher. There could be so many changes with like looking after the kids as well, and still have different lessons and exams and so forth. But a lot of work. I mean, very busy. Like, I don't know what sleep is anymore. So it was music.
Gotta be music.
It has to be music. Yeah, I used to like teach like sport and other bits as well in between. I do like kids parties and stuff as well, like dressing up as clowns and all that. I was sick. I love that. It's sick. But then I got a job as a music teacher in a primary school, like literally down the road from me. Doing that for what, 7-8 years now as a 8 years now as a teacher. And being a teacher is the best thing ever, though. Apart from obviously the music stuff, which that's my addiction, my music, obviously. But being a teacher as well, though, just helping the kids, especially during this time, is the best thing ever. I mean, just to see what's wrong? I'm getting emotional. No, but helping the kids out, I mean, it's the best. Like even yesterday on a Friday, I get like loads of messages from the parents saying, just thank you for all your amazing work because the kids love you. And
that's
I was like, thank you so much. So just getting those kind of messages from people is the best. But I was like you, Nahli, I've had a couple of moments, obviously, that I've been really down. Like I lost my granddad and those sort of moments where like my morale just went right down for a little while. But then apart from that, like moments like that, I've been fine. I've been really good, thank you. So I've been really good.
And what about
that's
hip hop
really awful to hear. I'm
orchestra?
so sorry.
Yeah, that's why. Thank you. But Hobby Walkers, you know what? Obviously, apart from the events being cancelled for the past year and a bit, things at the moment, touch wood, are looking really, really good. So we're working on some wicked things at the moment, including you two, which I cannot wait for. Because what we're going to do together is going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that.
So exciting.
But since November of 2020, we've had like you guys have been inundated with, plans, projects, things like that. So I can't see what they are just yet. But you know what? I'm really excited for the future.
It just pushes you to get like a bit more, like a bit more creative with it, and a bit more like you do just sit there and you go, okay, I need to be busy. I need to be doing things. I don't want to be sat here anymore. So putting all plans in place so that when things are open, or even when they're not, like it is possible to get things done. Like I feel like at the beginning of last year, it's been like, okay, we're not used to having to be so like adventurous with like things like that. We've had to really just go, oh, actually, you can still achieve things, and you can still like get things moving and put things in place for the future. So I reckon as soon as like we're allowed out properly, it's just going to be a madness, especially for music. Like,
of course,
living for it.
Definitely. That's why I'm putting so many plans in the process right now. So when things do open up, then we're the first ones there to like perform here, there, and have like a huge amount of content to put out there, which is why I love doing the podcast as well, because it's showing a different side of who we are as well, like the artists, the bands, the singers, composers, whoever they might be. And people don't see I've said this quite a lot in the podcast before, but people don't see what we do behind the scenes, do they? They think that what we do as like painters or singers or content creators, photographers, they think that what we do is a piece of piss, basically. They think we turn up, do our thing, go home, and that'll be it. But you don't see what we do behind the scenes. You don't see like the struggles and the non-sleep, the sleep that we don't get, and the stress and this and that and the heartbreak and whatever. You don't see that, but it happens. And that's why I love the podcast. It does non-stop. And when things don't, like, we're not putting content out there, people think you're not working. That's the worst thing as well. Like, you're not lazy. Put some more work out there. Like, you're taking the piss. Yeah. Are you taking the piss?
It's 24/7.
Similar situation really recently. So we took some pictures yesterday, and it went really smoothly. So it really was like a get ready, put my makeup on, sling the wig on, take pictures, love the pictures, put them on Instagram. Easy. That was easy. But we tried the week before, and I was super emotional that day for no real reason. And I was just sat there waiting for my picture to get taken, feeling my eyes just starting to well up.
And I can feel your energy as well.
She could feel me, so she started to feel really awkward. And then
she just done the most elaborate, like 10 different colours eyeshadow. Like you wouldn't honestly.
Eyeliner, glitter. I had blues. I had greens. I had like this spectacular makeup on for this picture. And because I was throwing a strop, and I was like, right, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I did like a dramatic eye rub across my face.
Yeah,
so I had this like streak, and then ran into the bathroom and burst into tears. And she was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "Leave me alone, do it." So like the picture that was taken last night, nobody would actually know what all the crap had to go into actually getting that photograph. And that's just one picture.
And all
that's what I mean.
When she had like her makeup down her face, all I could think about was, is it awkward for me to take a photo because it looks really artistic? She's got this makeup all over her face. But
I'm so dramatic. I was like,
you know what though? But that's the thing. Like I'm learning.
That's your own wig off.
No, honestly, that's exactly how it went. But that's what I'm learning, right? Like everybody, like, especially taking more photos and stuff. Like it's like anything you create, like art, music, whatever, it is an energy, right? Like, and so like if Nat isn't in the mood to take a photo, or I'm not, like it's not happening. So you do get so heartbroken.
Because that's something I haven't done yet, but I should.
What's that? That's your own wig off.
I just pop over like this whole time.
It gives me anxiety.
Just like this whenever she's wearing it.
Yeah, what the painting?
Yeah.
Because this is amazing, man. I was going to ask you about that. Like, have you always painted and drawn, or is just something you got into by accident?
Okay, well, When I was at school,
Yeah.
my art teacher always used to say like really amazing things, and she'd be like, you know, if you pushed yourself, you could do this. And I'd be like, shut up, I'm going out my like she used to speak to my mum all the time and just be like, she's driving me mad because she has so much potential, but she's just pissing it all up the wall and whatever, I don't care. So like, it's there, it's always been there, but I've never, even like since school, I've never done anything with it ever. I've done like the odd little bit, and you know, because I've got loads of painter friends, loads of artistic friends. If we have like a glass of wine together, I'd paint with them. But I also always used to look at it and think, it's not really, it's not good enough. It's not going to ever be my thing. And then I think when lockdown was like a real thing and my leg was broken and I had to stay in one place and find something to do just in one area. That's when I realized, okay, the first time I paint something, I'm not always going to like it. So just try again, go over it, add more bits, learn how things are supposed to look, learn how to blend, learn how to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually I started to just take a look back and think, I actually think these are great.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And that's when I started to just push myself and get more and more addicted to it and put loads of time into it. And now I've got like an art studio, which is so bizarre. In such a, like, I mean, when did I start? May?
Yeah.
May,
Really?
June, July, September, October, November, December. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. So,
Trying to.
so like, bear in mind, I started 9 months ago. So now I think I've got 15 pieces. I've sold about 7 of them.
That is amazing.
Gone off to LA. One's like been shipped to LA, which is crazy to me. I've really thrown myself in the deep end. I didn't know how I was supposed to crate up anything or send anything. I didn't realize that shipping was going to cost me an arm and a leg. Like I had no idea about any of these things. It's all a learning curve. But now I get to just get up, leave the house and go to my art studio that I'm covering from my painting money. It's crazy because I was so broke in music so many times. So broke. And I got myself into situations where I'd be like, I don't have any money to pay my rent. What am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to have to just go and like dance somewhere and just be able to get some money together because I'm stuck. And I don't have anybody I never had anyone to rely on. I couldn't just call my parents and be like, oh, I need a bit of money, because they'd just be like, well, we don't have any for you, hun. So it's just such a nice emotion to be able to still have my music, but not rely on it so much, because it is hard to make money from. And like, aside from the clef thing, currently the art stuff, I've managed to actually find something that I love, find something that I enjoy putting my time in, find something that really calms my anxious mind as well, and I'm earning from it as well. So I don't know how it's happened, but I'm like so grateful that people have been so supportive, because if people weren't supporting it, it wouldn't feel like this. It's just the fact that people are buying it and saying, hey, where are your prints? How can I do this? How can I have your art in my house? I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just paint something for you then. So yeah, it's just been the most incredible journey. In fact, it's my favorite journey, because it's just been really fast.
Yeah.
Which is what I love.
Good.
We're doing prints now as well, like Prince with a T of Prince the artist. That's like this massive, amazing Prince. And again, like, because again, that whole like trying to take control of her own journey, like if we sell these prints, she'll be able to pay for her, like stuff for her next EP release again, without having to rely on anybody else doing it on a label, or like having to just
don't have to sign anything.
Yeah, get pushed in directions you don't want to go, in it.
Yeah, I'm just
it's
like
yours.
Yeah, this is such a slow idea, because I'm not very good at stuff like that. She just said, look, you know, if you don't want to sign to a record label, because you know you don't want to have anyone else have control of what I'm creating until I'm in a really good space and no one can, you know, change my opinions on anything. I just thought, right, okay, how am I going to make this money? She was like, just do prints, you know, and then you can fund your own music projects. Like, how amazing that could be, to be solely independent, get the money from one independent side of your career to fuel another. It's just going to be brilliant. And obviously Clef's going to help me through that as well.